Hold on. Let's see. I can't hear you right now.
Okay.
No, now your sound is coming through. Okay, cool. Am I coming through
I don't
clearly?
see. Yeah, but I don't see your video.
You don't see my video. There's a setting here. I can see myself. I'm accepting cookies. I am checking settings. Mirror my camera. No, I don't know what that means.
Maybe it's just on my page right now. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the live stream on YouTube and see if it's showing up.
Are we live streaming right now? Okay. Hello, everyone in internet land. Okay. That's a
Oh,
shock.
yeah,
Okay,
now.
fine. Let's go. I love the challenge. Yes.
Yeah, we we could do recording. No, it looks good on YouTube. It's just showing up on my laptop. It doesn't show your.
Oh,
Don't know why that is.
all
Maybe if I
right.
refresh my maybe maybe if I refresh my page. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna refresh my page, and you might be in here for a second by yourself, but I'll be right back.
All right.
So
All right. So while I hijacked Frank's channel, everybody, you should know that he's an amazing guy. You know, why not say something nice about him? Frank and I knew each other in Beijing about what 15 years ago or something like that, and it's been very, very interesting to see how he has developed and how he has grown his channel. So I'm very, very happy to be here and support this project. The 100-day challenge is a cool idea. Hey, I'm just saying good things about you, Frank. You know, you leave me alone in the room. I might as well be nice to you.
good, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I'm back now. So what were you saying?
I said that we've known each other for about 15 years. I said, right? Could
Yeah,
that be true?
wow.
Around the
Yeah,
Olympics, 2008.
yeah, it was like 2007, 2008 when we met, I believe.
All right, 16 years. Okay. It's been a fun ride, I'm saying. All right. Now we have already done a bit of video, a bit of interviews already, which are gonna come up on your channel to support the 100-day challenge. And I think that's really, really cool. I think it's a great idea, and I myself would follow it as well. So tell us what are we talking about today? You called me.
Yeah, I was chilling here at the apartment. I had all kinds of high hopes of getting a bunch of stuff done this morning, and then
Mm-hmm.
the delivery guys showed up and they had the washing machine and it had to be installed.
Oh
But
wow.
living in a small apartment, well, it we had gotten it repaired, so it was on the
Okay.
fritz. But living in a small apartment, it becomes an advanced game of Tetris,
Of
Russian
course.
squares.
Yeah.
So that's what I was up to for like I got up at like 6 or 7 and I started
Mm.
my work and then it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, I got up at 6:30 and at 7 o'clock the guys were knocking at the door and it took a good couple of hours to get it all sorted. But it kind of threw me
Now it's
off on my
done.
job. Yeah, it's done.
Sure. Is May 22nd the starting date for your hypnotic challenge? This Monday. Is that right?
It is. Yes, it is. So we're like 2 days out now.
Cool. So why don't we now I'm a professional hypnotherapist. I've been working with this for quite a while. And we're coming up to a decade almost. 2013 is when I took the first steps onto this new phase in my life, right? So yeah, a decade of hypnotherapy. And you contacted me a while back saying that if I could support you and like maybe share some perspectives on some of the topics. So maybe we should talk about the beginning of the 100-day challenge. because the first
Yeah.
10 days are crucial, right? So what are your plans there, and how can I help?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Well, uh, as you know, the 100-day challenges are all about challenging yourself to, hey, are we losing connection? That's okay.
I hear you perfectly, although the video seems to be freezing a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So 100-day challenges are all about challenging oneself to endeavor to do a new practice. As long as audio continues, I'll just continue
Yep,
with it.
I can hear you.
Um, so this past ones have been exercise based, right? So if you
Hmm.
have some particular straightforward exercises, that's really what the challenge is, right? 100 consecutive days of doing something in a
Mm.
particular art or science. And so this
Right.
one with hypnosis, I wanted to get involved with it because I want to challenge myself to become better at entering trance state on my own. And
Hmm.
then when opportunity presents itself to help others enter trance state, when
Right.
people find out that when people find out that I do tarot consultations and other forms of
Mm.
divination,
Mm.
oftentimes they want a consultation, but I use tarot and divination mostly for spiritual growth. And so sometimes they're just looking for an easy answer to some pending question, but I like to teach them a little bit of guided meditation. And I think that hypnosis would be extremely helpful in those situations as well. I know that to some extent I tend to blend the lines, but I like to keep them. I like to keep them clear and distinct as well, right? You know, you've got meditation, and you've got hypnosis, and then you have like visualization practice, where you're scrying in the spirit vision, and
Mm.
these things I think can help to support each other.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Only yesterday I was watching an interview with um, Mr. What's his name? Mark Hill. He wrote a book. He co-wrote a book with Ernest Rossi, one of my own heroes, so to speak, in psychotherapy. An amazing man who's worked a lot on psychoneuroimmunology, like the connection between your mind and your nervous system and your ability to heal yourself. Like he talked about that. They go into a lot of small details. Any which way, what he said was this. He said that being a therapist or being somebody who is helping someone else through difficult times or to put them in a altered state of mind in order to access resources, which is basically what self-hypnosis is supposed to be, right? You put yourself into an altered state of mind, you work with affirmations, or you work in a direction of relaxation and healing, or whatever you want to do. It could be visualization. He said that therapy, and here's someone who has 40 years of experience of therapy. He said that working with somebody should always be improvisation. Like when you're reading tarot cards, you are opening yourself up to reading these because there are fixed ideas, but there's also a balance between the person in front of me, my own experience, and what the cards are showing. Wouldn't you say? So there is this like confluence of ideas and should I say resources and influences floating around, and you work with it just like an actor, right? You're acting in the moment. There's improvisation. He's talked about music, of course. You spend years learning the scales. You spend years studying Paganini, Bach, Mozart. You study rock. You study all kinds of jazz and things like that. So once you have come to the point where now I know my instrument, then you can improvise. So once you know the tarot cards, you know the basic meaning, you understand the person because you've worked with a lot of people, so you have a feeling for where they're coming from, and then you draw on your own resources, and in that moment you're both in an altered state of mind and you are exploring ideas together, right? It doesn't have to be like it doesn't necessarily have to be that meditation is one thing, hypnosis is another. Oh, hello. Hypnosis is another thing, therapy is a third thing, and so on. You can definitely work with these things and blurring the lines if you're doing it with a warm, friendly, loving, sympathetic hand, right? So you have those experiences. Yeah, sorry, I started lecturing there a little bit. My mistake.
Absolutely not. No. If 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 there's a potential to go long form, that's what I like. I know a lot of people that tune into the Frank Monday channel, they do like long form content. So
Hello, everyone.
yeah, when that happens, then I think that it could be beneficial to flow with it. You know what I'm saying? You had asked me.
That's what I was saying right now, that you follow the flow of something, because it can reveal a lot of beautiful things.
Yeah,
So I want to know, I'm super curious about the first 10 days, because that's going to set the tone for the rest of the 100-day challenge, right? So what happens on Monday? What is the first thing that you are exploring in this course, in this challenge?
Yeah. Well, the way I was thinking about it is because I chose, and now sometimes I let synchronicity and coincidence and the stars align, and then I follow the guidance of heaven as well,
Right,
right? So I
right.
had chosen I was thinking about the middle of May, towards the end of May, and when I contemplated that, because we'd had a cool down after the last 100-day challenge, which was focused on astral travel, and so when I was looking through the dates, I wanted to go with something around the new moon. So the 19th was the new moon, which I think is today for you and last night for me.
Checking my
But
calendar here.
yeah,
Yes, well, yesterday, apparently. Friday,
okay.
yesterday, yes.
And so when I was checking it, I said, okay, well
Mm,
the new moon is in Gemini and the sun is
mm,
going into Gemini on the
mm,
21st. And then I thought,
mm.
well, then Mondays are always a great day to launch things because some people are entrained as their regular workaday type thing to start big projects on Mondays. And it also coincides with the one first, second, third day of the new moon. So it's not completely absent
Okay.
of lunar energy. So we'll be starting with that good growth of lunar energy. We'll see the crescent moon in the evening sky. And so, if that's correct, we'll be seeing the crescent moon in the evening sky, correct? Towards the end of evening, or I forget exactly, but I know that it's a good time to start things at around the time of the new moon. Plus, we've got the sun going into Gemini. And so, with Gemini, I was thinking that one of our initial practices, I know that we're going to start as a basic understanding of hypnosis. So, I'll be continuing the knowledge lectures in the playlist, and I'll be updating
Right.
those with audio, and people can tune in and start going through the knowledge lectures. And I'll try to keep those focused more towards basic content about learning about hypnosis. And
Mm.
then I've got the one exercise or a set of exercise, about 5 different induction exercises. But I think that if people are going to join, it would be important to study a little bit every day about hypnosis, right?
Mm.
Understanding hypnosis, and then do the one basic first induction that we've set up. If I can pull that up now. What do you think about that?
Uh, let me give you a metaphor, or a simile if you want, that would paint the picture of why it's good to do daily practice. Imagine that you live near the forest and there's a lake not far away. Oh, hello. We'll do full screen again. Frank, you're springing it on me. Anyway, imagine this. You want to learn to go into trance and don't worry about coming out of trance. That's just always going to happen naturally. You come out of trance when it's time, or when stuff's happening, or a phone call. I mean, this happens, right? So people never have to worry about getting stuck in trance. You can't, right? We drop in and out of trance, I don't know, 50, 100 times a day. It depends on your what you do. But here is why it's important to do daily practice. Imagine that you live close to the forest. There's a lake over there. There is no path. You walk down to the lake, you follow your GPS or a map, or you just know, oh, it's over there. You walk down. There is no path. But then you go back again, and then the next day you go down to the lake again. And after about a week or so, your steps through the undergrowth has created a path. And now you just recognize it. You don't have to look for it. You can just simply take your steps and walk down to that place again. Draw your water or whatever it is, right? Or just take it, enjoy yourself. So going down and back again. So over time, you create that path. So first time I work with a client and they have no experience of hypnotic states or trance, we might be working once or twice, and third time maybe, after a lot of relaxation exercises, because relaxation helps you to do this a bit more easily. Then they learn to go in and out of trance, and they learn to trust the process. Now, trance is not a place where you can be brainwashed easily. So I want to make it clear to everyone that going in and out of a hypnotic state is safe, especially when you have created a framework around it, where I'm doing this to improve some aspects of my life. You have that mindset that I'm going to go into trance, I'm going to do some affirmations, or I'm going to focus on sending healing to my bad knee or whatever it is, or I'm going to allow myself to let go of some painful memories, or some trauma in the past, or whatever it is. Just send healing into parts of your life and your memories and your world. But that daily practice, that creates the path, that creates the recognition of how to recognize what's going on. It could be, for you perhaps, a tingling in the palm of your hands or your fingers. It could be, oh, there it goes, that deep relaxation in my legs. Maybe it's a very body experience, it's a physical experience. Or it might be that, there it goes, and then you stop listening to the rest of the world. You're like, your ears turn off, so to speak. You're listening, your auditory experience just turns off. Different people focus on different things. It's a very individual experience of what trance usually is for you. And starting to recognize that will allow you to be more consistent in your practice, because once you learn that, okay, here's an induction leading into trance, here's an induction that works for me, and these are the affirmations that I want to say to myself, or that I want to record on a tape dates me, MP3, make a recording, listen back to it. Healing can happen automatically. Your bad knee is no longer as bad. That pain is lessening, it's softening, it's slowly disappearing as it's healing naturally, right? You say that with a warm, friendly voice to yourself, believe it, and then change happens, right?
Good. Sounds wonderful. I'm curious.
Yeah.
So for the first 10 day, I think that we should have a singular type of basic practice. When you looked over the material for the 100-day practice, I mentioned several exercises that an individual can do for a friend or by themselves, so they could practice either way. They could practice self-induction, or they could practice, like I was saying, if you don't have someone you can work with, you might just practice the techniques on your teddy bear or something like that, if you want to just kind of break the ice with doing self-work rather than hypnotic work on someone else. So I'm trying to think of a way to frame it for the listeners. But we've got the eye fixation, progressive muscle relaxation, hypnotic regression, anchoring positive emotions. Which of these exercises do you think would be best suited to a beginning practitioner to practice daily for the first 10-day cycle? And
okay.
Response to that, I'll give you the floor for a second. Is that okay? So I'm not popping
fair
in.
enough. Yes. All right. So here's the thing. You were putting together two different things there. You're saying that, okay, so the self-hypnosis challenge, and then you're saying practicing on a teddy bear, which is to be the hypnotist or the hypnotherapist. And I would say that if you start with self-hypnosis first, then you can leave the teddy bear for later. You know, once you understand how you yourself can go through these few basic steps, you set your intention. I think the first intention should just be to learn to relax, right? Perhaps, yeah. Okay, so by a very easy way to do self-hypnosis, you talked about eye fixation, right? Let's say that you're sitting right now. If it's safe to do so, let's do it together, right? This is going to take 3 minutes or 2 maybe. Sit up straight, comfortably, and raise your eyes to above eye level, perhaps just a little bit, so maybe 30 degrees or something, and look at a spot somewhere. Just look at it. And as you study that spot on the wall, low ceiling, wherever you might be, then you focus on the color, the shade, the way it looks, everything about that spot. And just keep looking at that spot. And you will start to notice that your eyelids might get a little bit tired. Your muscles around your eyes will start to fatigue a little bit. Your eyes get dry and a little bit irritated. And you just keep looking at that spot until you feel that the only thing you want to do is to close your eyes and go inside and relax. And each time you breathe out, as your focus is now external, just allow your body to relax. Every time you breathe out, allow some of that relaxation to flow into your legs, your arms, the rest of your body. Allow your face to relax. And then when your eyes feel tired, you just close your eyes, you go inside, and you keep staying inside, and you just breathe out and relax every time you breathe out. And deeper, relaxing. And once you finally close your eyes, it's going to happen at the time when you just have no choice. Close your eyes, relax, go deep inside, and then just allow yourself to send comfort and relaxation into every part of your body. And when that happens, you can sense perhaps there are certain places in your body that need a little bit of healing, need a little bit of extra comfort. And just send that relaxation, that comfort into those places. And every time you breathe out, that wave of relaxation can flow deeper inside, deeper into those places, and continue to relax every other part of your body that needs relaxation. And just stay there for a little bit with your focus inward. And just stay there. And then when you're ready, slowly count from 5 all the way down to 1, and then open your eyes again.
Wonderful. That sounds like a fantastic, simple induction that anyone can follow for the first 10 day. So that's a good one.
It's super simple. You don't need anyone else, right? So if your focus is stay outside, and almost like a rubber band effect. Like my focus is outward, 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 and then it gets hard to be there. Then rubber band sort of sends you in like a little bit deeper. If you're saying, okay, I'm going to go into trance, close my eyes, breathe, relax, well, it is forced, but it might also not work for you properly, because you're not using that basic idea of helping yourself into trance. There are many different ways of doing inductions, obviously, so that's just one of them.
So Tomas,
yeah.
Tomas, can
Yeah.
so how much time do you have today? Do you have a few more minutes to stay with us?
Yeah, let's make it 10 minutes, and then
Okay, so in order to benefit the viewing audience the best, I wanted to introduce you a little bit. As you guys
Okay.
heard, as you guys heard Thomas say a minute ago, me and him have been friends for a long time, since 2000, around approximately 2007. So I think you said that was 15 years, right? 15 going on 16.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. So when I met Tomas and we were working together, he was actually already endeavoring to study hypnosis as a form of therapy. If you recall, I worked with you as one of your first guinea pigs, so to speak, if you don't mind the terminology.
No, that's fine.
Just being playful. But so Tomas works in the tradition of Milton Erickson, and Milton Erickson stated that you can always be totally confident that every client has the resources to resolve their problem. And as a hypnotherapist, it says you believe you help the client go into trance and uncover the tools and resources that clients bring with them into sessions. And if I'm correct, you work privately with clients, and also have created an excellent introductory course in self-hypnosis. And I highly recommend, if you're interested in learning, that you sub Thomas's channel. Get over there, because I think everyone can value from improving their connection with the power of their subconscious mind, and improving their quality of life, and having more tactics and skills to deal with stress and anxiety, and any type of healing or pain issues and stuff. So you do offer private sessions, is that correct? And I know from personal experience that you're a very loving and a really nice person to work with. So can you tell us a little bit more about your private sessions? And I'll give you the floor if that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Kind words. Thank you so much. Yeah, I work with individual clients, of course. Now, there is a great benefit to working with people when you're sitting in the room, because there is improvisation, like we talked about just now, and there's also the human connection. You reading the body language and getting all this information from the client, the person in front of you. So if I can do that, I would. But I also do a lot of online sessions, because when you're working online with today, nowadays we have fantastic, internet and fiber and everything, so that the connection is immediate. So when I'm working with a client, I ask them to set up a camera so I can see their upper body. I will be able to see their breathing. I will guide them through these things that we've talked about, setting an intention. What is it that we're working on today? This is what you want to achieve today, or that's what you want out of the session. We make sure that the situation is perfect, that we can relax, we can work together. There'll be an induction, and then like Milton Erickson and my teacher Stephen Brooks and other great hypnotherapists, we're working with the material that's available. And if we're working with phobias, we're working with anxiety, insomnia, pain management, or other issues that you and I can work with to help resolve or improve with your resources, the resources that you already have. For example, some people have tremendous problems with procrastination, and procrastination is like you're pushing in front things that you don't want to do, or like you feel like you want to do it, but you can't do it right now. So what do? Well, there are other parts of your life where you don't procrastinate, like, so why don't we borrow some of the motivation from there to put it into this situation, right? So there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of and a tremendous amount of resources that you as a person already have for in order to solve problems in your own life. So utilization, just utilizing what is there and what is available, is one of the core tenets of helping anybody through something. I mean, if I give you a solution, this is the solution to your problem, then what tells you that you should accept my solution when you are the person who knows you the best? So that's the way we're working in this system, as you call it, right? Although it's always flowing and growing and changing. But the core idea is that complete respect for the person in front of you, working with the resources and the ideas that they bring into the session, using that to create change for the better in their life, right? And that's a basic idea. One more thing is that I have a self-hypnosis course as well. You do 100-day challenge. I do a 5-hour course spread over 2 weeks with a bit of homework as well, so that people get used to what the subconscious is and how to uncover some of those beautiful things that you carry with you, right?
That's very good. That's exciting. And if people are participating in the 100-day challenge and they might like to sign up for your course, how would they go about doing that? I believe you have a website, or
Yeah. Well, although we're speaking English, my first language is Swedish, of course. So the website's in Swedish, but I'll put up my email so people can contact me if they want, and you put a link to my YouTube channel, I suppose, right?
Right. I'll put that down in the description section of the video,
Cool.
and also I'll
Cool,
make it a
cool.
pinned comment so that people can access
Yeah.
that. The other thing is we've done some videos recently. I think you're probably getting close on time today, but we're doing a series of videos for my channel here and for Tomas's channel. And so, guys, keeping up with the 100-day challenge, there's going to be a lot of fresh content. There's going to be professional instruction. There's going to be my side, my support of things. I'll be talking about it in the Drive Jives, of course, and then I'll be doing the knowledge lectures, and all of that will be a free service to the public. But if you'd like to get a little more behind the scenes, definitely check out Tomas's page and sub him. That will be helpful as we grow each other's sub bases. And if you're visiting from Tomas's page and you think that the 100-day challenge might be a fun thing to participate in, I keep it very friendly, and in that you can jump in anytime, and you don't have to beat yourself up about it. We're looking for the highest ratio possible. So if you do 7 out of 10 days, that's great, right? Me myself, I'm a little more strict. I like to get those simple exercises, and they're only going to take you 5 to 10 minutes a day to do anyways. So I'm going to try to strive for at least 99 of the 100 days. You never know. There's always that one off day where something, gets in the way. But
I'm a little bit looser with that. I forget where I read it, but if you want to establish a new habit, 100 days is a very good sort of frame of time frame to work with. So what I read was 10 days of 100%. Don't miss a day. 10 days of 100% and 100 days of 90%. That's enough to make serious positive changes in your life. So I'm going to follow your 100-day challenge as well. I do have some business trips to take care of. I'll be traveling around the world a little bit, and we'll see how that fits in with my schedule. But if I follow my own set of rules here of 10 days of 100% and 100 days of 90%, I'll be happy with that. I think that's very achievable. And it's always fun to see somebody else's perspective on your own life. So you practice Kung Fu. So if you meet somebody who practices Kung Fu, you know, there is this idea that they have a different take on it a little bit. So you're always learning something new when you put up a mirror, so to speak, or you get another perspective on what yourself are doing. So I'll be looking forward to this, because we might uncover a lot of beautiful things. I might learn a lot of things from your perspective on hypnosis and where you bring it, right? Because the name of your challenge is Apotheosis, bringing out your inner divinity, right? And I love that, because that has you have a nice continuance, or should I say continuity in your work, because you have done magic challenges, and you've done motivation, you worked on motivation, you worked on exercise, and all of these things, I think they slot in quite nicely with this new challenge, starting with self-hypnosis and leading on to hypnosis, and even teaching somebody else to guide them into a hypnotic state, you know. I think self-hypnosis is a skill that I would encourage everyone to learn, because the world is not traumatizing, but it is always challenging. Life, I don't think, is supposed to be easy, but resilience is something you can build up. Helping your body to heal is something you can build up. And helping your mind and emotions to heal is something you can learn quite quickly. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be a happy, healthy, strong, loving individual. And sometimes life is pushing you down, or knocking you sideways, or putting you off course. So self-hypnosis is a beautiful centering tool, I would say. It's a tool of like, okay, so things are going a bit wrong. You don't have to analyze it to death, but if that part of your life is not working the way it should, then bring yourself into trance and open yourself up to seeing possibilities, because going into trance is allowing your subconscious to come forward. And when your subconscious is more available, so to speak, it unblocks or uncovers or unlocks the door to the capacity you have for dreaming and imagination, right? So if you're working with a hypnotherapist, then that's very guided, and that's like opening possibilities and exploring these possibilities a lot. But you can do it. You can do a lot of that work on your own. So, all right, imagine that that was no longer a problem, or what is the worst that could happen? And then, well, that isn't as bad as I thought it would be. So people often tend to live either in the past and feel regret, remorse, and guilt about what happened, or they worry about the future. But in the self-hypnosis, you stay in the present in many ways, and just allow yourself to accept what's going on, and send healing, send love, send powerful, positive thoughts into those places where they are needed. And then you work with that, and you allow yourself to go to the next step in your life. And letting go of fear, and letting go of worry, right? Always helpful.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It is really helpful, and it's an exciting way to go about it, I think, with the
Mm.
100-day magical challenge. The other thing
Yeah.
I've noticed with the magical challenge is that every time I endeavor to do one, like real magic starts happening. There's something about stating that I'm endeavoring to do this, and then making a plan and putting commitment into it. Like whether you whether you give it 100% or you give it 90%, that's up to you.
Mm.
But the
Mm.
thing is, like, change starts to rapidly happen. Like, I've realized that in one of the first magical challenges that I did, I got a promotion at work. I found a great new
Mm.
job. And then the second one, I got a promotion at work. And the third one, I ended up taking a wonderful, like, 2-week vacation with my family, and I was in the midst of the challenge, but like the cosmos seems to cooperate somehow, and it lines up all these rewards and cosmic encounters, and you meet new people. And not only that, like you've got something interesting to talk about with them. You're like, I'm involved in this 100-day challenge right now, and here's what it's all about. And so right when I scheduled this one, and the reason I chose, I'll just tell you really briefly, the reason I chose Apotheosis is because I wanted to make this coordinate this challenge in combining my, as you know, I work as a teacher in a high school, and I've been working as an educator for over 20 years now. And but I hadn't approached my YouTube channel in an academic way. And so I thought this
Mm,
time I'm going to challenge myself to be more academic about it, to,
mm,
make a roster, a sign up sheet for guys, and maybe give
mm,
out a little homework and have a syllabus and do lesson planning. And so
mm,
it's also, for me, it's an apotheosis of becoming a better teacher as well. Because even though I've been
mm.
doing it for over 2 decades, I still feel that it's important to strive to reflect on your practice and improve your methods.
What is the daily time commitment for that? People are busy, of course. What is the daily time commitment for that?
I would say 5 to 10 minutes of hypnotic practice each day, getting in and out of
Mm,
trance. And then,
mm,
but at the same time, having it on the back burner and having kind of 100% focus on, the idea that you're in the challenge. And so,
mm.
we're gonna recommend a reading list, and then we're gonna have a little bit of homework, which will just be a little question and answer, perhaps, and maybe a
Right.
few pages per 10-day cycle, like, read chapters 1 and 2 or something like that. And then
Okay.
you, the level of your commitment, I don't think should have to exceed 5 to 10 minutes of practice with maybe another 10 or 15 minutes of study.
Okay. Okay. So we're looking at 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day, roughly, um, with maybe 10 minutes of focus practice, and then reading, which you can squeeze in, today or tomorrow or other days. Okay. Okay. So very doable. And maybe, not maybe, keeping a journal. No, maybe there. I think it's very, very useful to keep a journal throughout any sort of course that you're taking or any practice that you're doing, because obviously you will start seeing changes or notice a pattern, or you will discover things, and I think that's lovely. I think that's lovely. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So could you add a little bit of your ideas on journaling? Like, what kinds of things are we looking for? And I think we're getting close on time. Do you still have a few more
Yeah.
minutes with us today? Uh,
Yeah, fine. No, yeah. Okay, okay. No. It's all right. I do have some things to take care of, but this is obviously one of the most fun things I'll be doing today. So let's yeah. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about journaling then. I started journaling about 8 years ago. It took me a while, but I started dream journaling, meaning that I wanted to remember my dreams. So I had a pen and paper next to the bed. So every morning that I woke up, I would write down the dream. And after about a week or so, before that, I had never been able to remember my dreams. Throughout my life, I had maybe remembered 3 of my dreams, right? It was weird. And then I started and said, okay, I'm going to write down the first, I wake up and say, okay, I'm going to write down what I just dreamt about. And after about a week or so, it started becoming, it's like your dreams are in your subconscious or your unconscious mind. We've talked a little bit about the model of conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind before, you and I. But let's just say that dreams come from your subconscious. That's where they are. And when you're working hypnotically, you're working with your subconscious as well. And what happened is that within a week, I started remembering all of my dreams, meaning that I had, just like we talked about that path through the forest, I had cleared the path and allowed myself to have access to my dreams. And that changed my life dramatically because I could I became more productive. I started writing down ideas. I have an idea for a book. I started writing more poetry. I was becoming more creative in problem solving in my own life, and also when I was working with other people. I just felt like my hypnotic practice improved like dramatically, simply because starting to journal meant that I started paying attention or directing my focus into what am I learning and what is going on, and what are my takeaways from this. Even if you just write 2-3 lines, it is enough to capture an idea, perhaps. And when you are working through self-hypnosis and learning a new practice, if you write down like, okay, this was interesting, or nothing new, does not matter what you write down. It's like, okay, I did this, and I felt a little bit of this, and or yeah, no, same as yesterday. Whatever you do, you write down for 100 days, then you'll see a pattern, you see progress. If we're working hypnotically, in a journal, you can write down what is the intention, what is my thought here, what do I want to accomplish here, right? How did I do it, and what was the result? 3 things: the prep, the practice, the learnings. If you can just write those 3 things and you do that for 100 days, you will love reading that journal back after the 100-day challenge and see that there is a record, like basically physical proof of this journey that you've been on. So I truly recommend it, highly recommend it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And I find that it's helpful when starting a new magical challenge to start, pick yourself up a $2-3 journal or $5 journal or whatever, and get a fresh start. I personally find that extremely helpful. I go through lots of journals every year. I accumulate 2 or 3, well, just notebook style. You've probably seen my journals in the past.
Absolutely. I don't like your choice of pen, but you're using 0.7 gel, right? Which you like writing with, but it just blurs for me.
I vary. Currently,
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Currently, I've been using more calligraphy pens and a
Okay.
fountain pen. But yeah, in the
Oh.
past, I was almost always just either what is it? Is it 0.07 or 0.7? Is that right?
Yeah, 0.7 gel. All right.
I was really anal about that for the longest amount of time. And then, you know what? I had an epiphany. I thought, I want to read these journals when I'm like 80. And I'm not going to be able to read anything because it's, I'm going to have a huge magnifying glass. And so, over the last few years, I've been journaling with, I've been writing much larger and using a fountain pen so that when I'm an 80 plus year old man, I can read it again. So like you talked about reading it after the journaling.
Need one of these, huh?
I will definitely. I've already got the magnifying glasses handy.
All right.
In case I need them. But yeah, so I've switched up my journaling style recently to accommodate
Frank, we have to wrap up here a little bit. I have some things to take care of. Always a pleasure. To all of you who are watching right now or watching in the future, best of luck with the 100-day challenge. Self-hypnosis, basic ideas, follow Frank's advice, and if you keep watching the videos here, I'll be having some points of view as well that I'm sharing, or just basic practices that are going to be helpful, I hope. Please feel free to reach out to Frank or myself if you have questions or if you want to work with us directly, obviously. That's it. Frank, best of luck to you. And I'm really happy about this challenge. It's very excited, and I'll be joining you on the challenge. And that's
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you so much for stopping by, Tomas. I think that the viewers are really going to enjoy having you on board for the challenge and the videos that we're creating for them. So thank you for that, and have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day over in Sweden. And
Thank you so much. Good
I'll
luck.
talk.
Stay safe. Bye bye for now.
Okay, guys, that was Tomas Sund. He's a professional hypnotherapist, and he's going to be joining us on the 100-day challenge. It's going to be starting up in the next couple of days, guys. So get excited. Definitely look forward to joining us on us. Magical things will happen. Of that, I can assure you. I'll just give you a real quick recap on what it's all about. The Hypno-Apotheosis 100-day challenge is going to be a seductive and fascinating journey into the world of hypnosis, self-hypnosis, NLP, psychic self-defense, and even persuasive speaking on my end. If you're ready to unlock the power of your mind and tap into your fullest potential, you can take control of your life and, have beneficial influence on those around you. If that sounds interesting to you, then the 100-day challenge is for you. This challenge is going to be designed to guide you through a 10-day, 10-day sessions, each with a unique focus and effective exercises to help you understand and better utilize the art of hypnosis and trance. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an experienced practitioner, this challenge will take your skills to the next level. So if you're ready to take the first step on this seductive journey and unlock the secrets of your mind, then join us on the 100-day challenge and discover your true potential. I'm going to put some end caps on this video today, guys, because I feel like it's perfect where it is. And I'll just leave it there for now. Don't forget, the time is now to challenge yourself to do better in the world and to learn magic, hypnosis, astral travel, kung fu, music, whatever it is that interests you. Guys, check me out on www.buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday for more behind the scenes stuff. There's also support available at the Lunar Light Entertainment Discord. So you can find out more about that on the About section of my page. And get excited, guys. Let's launch off the 100-day challenge, Hypno-Apotheosis, the next couple of days. And as always, I'll see you in the abodes of the future. As above, so below. Keep doing good magic. Until next time, bye for now.